Hello, Gary Hernandez here, and welcome to Kane's Self-Defense with Master Gary Hernandez. Today we're going to be going over the side thrust. Now, a side thrust is simple bayonet striking to my side. I'm not hitting the attacker in the side. I'm literally striking sideways to my side of my body. And what this works really well on is when someone's trying to grab you or pull you in kind of real quick. Let's say I'm kind of sitting here looking at something, or I'm talking to somebody, or even if I'm just kind of strolling a little bit. And all of a sudden somebody either grabs my shoulder, my shirt, kind of pulls me in, I simply, bam, just come up and hit them. I don't have to get pulled and turn and start doing a little bit more of other techniques. And you gotta understand, this is about an arm reach right here. Someone walks up and grabs you, so you got about that much distance. As I get pulled in, I want to bring my cane up with two hands. Can I do it with one? Yeah, I can. But if I'm getting yanked, I want to have a little more structure and balance to come in pretty solid. Now, as I do that, it's simple. Lift up, catch it with two hands. Again, I want to cover, and I always try to cover this, get used to turning your crook and horn away from your body. That way you don't ever catch your clothing whenever you're doing a thrust. Understand, I am going this way, so even if it was turned into my body, I'm not catching nothing. This way I would catch. But make it good practice to do that anyway, so if you're going to either side, that is not an option anymore. Or I shouldn't say an option, that is not a problem. So as I'm getting pulled, this comes up and I simply thrust sideways. Now, I have 5 targeting areas for this. One of them is I'm getting pulled right to the groin. Another one is I'm getting pulled right to the stomach. The third, solar plex. Fourth, throat. Fifth, face. It kind of depends how I'm being pulled, whether it's kind of from here or from here to where my arms may be. How fast, stuff like that. Now, understand, because I'm hitting them, because the cane's in this side of my arm and I'm hitting with a crook, I have a wider area to strike with. So that's gonna work great on all these targeting areas. But understand, stomach and chest are a pretty good size target area. Groin gets a little smaller, the hip area. Throat and face are a smaller target area. Again, not a problem when you got this much, but let's say I happen to get pulled this way, okay? And it's because I'm right-handed, I get pulled, and I go in, I still use my tip. It's no different. I get pulled, boom, groin, pulled, stomach, pulled, solar plex, pulled, throat, pulled, face. Same thing, I'm pulled, comes up, horns away from me, and I strike. So if it's here, as it comes up, remember what I said, you have a smaller striking area now. So make sure if you're going for the groin, you're gonna be more right on target. From here, it's a lot easier to go into the stomach. From here into the solar plex because this is wider. As you're going into the throat, you got to be a little more precise, and the same with the face, because you don't want to skim it and miss it. Then you got to come up with another technique quick. But work the side thrust. So once you've done it and you struck and you knock them back, then you can follow up whatever technique you want. Again, just work it. You're here, it just comes up. It's that quick. I'm being pulled, boom. And from here, out. Now, let's say they're gonna punch me. They don't wanna pull me, but they grab me and they draw back. It's the same thing. I can go into them, but if I see he's starting to do that, I can lean back a bit and thrust. Lean back a bit and hit. So I can lean back, as I come up, I can lean back a bit also and simply sideward thrust. Right? Even if I was here, I could shift it, how my arm shifts down and catch more distance versus going like this, which I'm barely touching it, to where I just slide my hand down and thrust out. Remember, this is a good solid hit to move them back to stun. May not be a knockout, but it's gonna hurt them enough for you to follow up with a second technique. So, work your side thrust. Work it left, right, work it in your left hand, your right hand. You just never know. It's a good technique to do. Once you've done the side thrust, then you can follow up with another technique. So hopefully that helps. I'm Gary Hernandez, and I'll see you very soon. Thank you.